In the week of the 5th anniversary of the Grenfell Tower disaster, more than 100 major apartment blocks in Birmingham still have dangerous cladding or defects that could lead to a major fire. Some buildings are now being made safe, but many of the residents are having to pay for the work to be done themselves, as companies refuse to accept liability. Ben Sidwell reports.
We were told by the builders here that you were very lucky you didn't have a fire, because with the state of the cladding and the lack of the cavity barriers, it would have been from the bottom of the building to the top of the building in 5 minutes. They said the other thing that would have complicated it, none of the window frames had ever been secured into the concrete walls. So as the fire worked its way up, the windows would have fallen out and the fire would have gone into all the flats and everybody would have been killed.
There are around 140 apartments at Islington Gate in the centre of Birmingham. Since last September, the whole building has been covered in plastic sheeting, while work goes on to remove potentially fatal cladding and repair other major defects. But up to £2 million of that work is having to be paid by residents such as Jim Illingworth, as no company will accept liability for the problems.
80% is being paid by the government, 20% by us, which means over £2 million is going to be paid by the leaseholders in this block. And we all pay a proportion. My portion of the 20% is over £10,000, and I paid that this year.
The company who built this block were bought by construction firm Galliford Try in 2014, and residents want them to pay the outstanding bill. In a statement they say, as a responsible contractor, Galliford Try is fully in compliance with its legal obligations. They go on to say they fully appreciate and respect the concerns of the leaseholders here at Islington Gate. They say they understand that the works undertaken for the developer of the project were carried out in accordance with all of the requisite regulations in place at the time.
It's just an absolute shocking scandal. I mean, every time you think about one aspect of what's happened with the cladding scandal, another 10 problems present themselves. What we've seen since this was all exposed by Grenfell 5 years ago is that there has just been a mass dereliction of duty across the whole of the construction industry, and government has been asleep at the wheel, and this has been going on for decades.
New laws that will come in later this month are set to protect leaseholders from the full costs associated with the removal of unsafe cladding and will make building owners legally liable for those costs. That may have come too late to help residents here who've been told work won't be completed until at least December. Ben Sidwell, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.